takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Lutt's good on the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Cousins on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A first down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate that feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run with Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there, and they'll go for 2. Cousins will try and throw. That's caught. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space. And
he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Adam Prentice. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So now after the touchdown, Dalton will lead them up to go for 2. And they'll turn to Kamara. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He'll dump this off to Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. They're going for Jefferson downfield. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession.